the Karmic DF.
What is up, besties? It is your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with a thank you for being here. I'm so grateful for you. And so I've decided to make a pick a card, which I love y'all, but don't get used to it because it takes a lot of energy out of me and it's just kind of not my route. But I wanted to do a basically hype you up type of pick a card. So if you don't know what pick a cards, basically you get drawn to one of three piles. It's going to be a general reading. And basically the whole point of this is to make you feel good. This is also in honor of the fact that I have been stopping a lot of cycles. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I got kind of the vibe from Waite Tarot, an old video she did where she was like the drunk girl hyping you up in the bathroom. But since I don't drink and it is the last day that I'm going to smoke, I figured I will kind of embody the drunk girl in the bathroom hyping you up today. So as always, if you enjoy my videos, please give it a like. It really does support my channel. It also helps me know what you enjoy. So if you enjoy these, I might do like maybe once a month. I don't know. We'll see. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. The links are all down below. I also do pick-a-cards on Instagram and Facebook that are less video based. If you'd like to book a personal reading, links are down below. Subscribe. Hey, my regulars, how are you? I appreciate you guys so much. And so basically what I'm going to do is continue to smoke for my last day before I decide to be a good girl. And then I'm going to hype you all up. I'm going to make you feel good based on what you've done, based on what Spirit wants to celebrate you for. So for pile one, we have Black Obsidian, right? Yeah, Black Obsidian. Pile 2 is clear quartz, and pile 3 is rose quartz. So go ahead, clear your mind, and just see what you are drawn to intuitively, not like what's prettiest. See where your mind is calling you. I'm going to pause it for a second. All right. And as always, this is all legend and for entertainment purposes only. If you enjoy these, there is a heart button below that says thanks. You could tip me. I also have a virtual tip jar in the links down below. But let's get into I'm going to hype you up, pick a card. Okay, so pile 1, we got your Black Obsidian. Now, right away, this is a symbol of like grounding. It's also protecting your energy. So we'll see if that has anything to do with the reading. But let's look at your 2 oracle cards first. Oh, shit. Okay, so maybe you might be focused on business right now or just, stability as a whole. This feels like what I'm hearing is where attention goes, energy flows. You are building something for yourself and you are doing an amazing job. You might feel like you don't know that it could really happen for you. Maybe you're struggling. It feels like I'm in my head a little bit too much, but Spirit is watching you. They're helping you. I'm hearing that they're supporting you. And as long as we continue to ground, as long as we stay in the present moment, that's probably why I got Black Obsidian. As long as we continue to manifest, I'm not sure if you're into manifestation. I can't really see regular people watching this pick a card, but if you do, thanks for having, yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, with this energy here, it feels like, guys, if it's not already, shit's about to get good for you. Money's about to get good. So even if this is like you're wondering about, should I leave a job? I'm not really enjoying it all that much right now. Spirit's got your back. I'm especially being drawn to birds. Birds are messengers. It feels like Spirit is watching you. They're supporting you. Get your hands dirty. Keep getting grounded. Focus on the present moment. Don't think too far ahead. Don't worry about the past. It does not define you. And you might have been through some crap in the past. You might come from poverty mindset, maybe a lack mindset as well. But it's just like it's looking good for you. I'm being drawn to all of the pink too. So that's heart chakra, that's feeling good, that's love, that's self-love. So if you've been doing that as well, keep it up, bestie. I just see like money is coming for you. As long as you continue to believe in yourself, I'm hearing believe it, you will achieve it. So let's pull some cards. Okay, I'm hearing the song Money, 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 Money. And I'm also seeing 4:44 on my clock, which is a sign that your spirit team is with you. So if there's any worries, throw them to the side. You got this. Now I'm being drawn to my little prosperity Buddha, if you could see him. I'm feeling good about this. So whatever it is that you're like, I see like tunnel vision almost. Like maybe right now you're not so focused on relationships. You're not so focused on, you know, like the day to day, I have to have this, I have to buy that. It's more like I need to focus on the prize. And this is what lights my heart up. And so I'm going for it. This could even be like if you're going to school for a job right now. So maybe the job isn't fully here yet, but you're going to school for like a degree in that as well. It's just like you're keeping your eye on the prize. That's why your soul's being drawn to it. You're doing an amazing job. Yeah, I'm hearing you doing an amazing job, honey. You're doing an amazing job of listening to your intuition. I feel like people have told you that either like it's not realistic, or maybe they try to distract you like, oh, you're working too much, go do this, go party, go whatever. And you're like, no, I need to focus on this. This is my priority. Spirit is like, you are killing it. You believe in yourself. You are focusing on what matters to you right now. Be proud of how far that you've come. Instead of thinking about like, because I'm hearing Rome wasn't built in a day. Instead of thinking about like, oh, I'm not where I need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. Stop comparing yourself to other people just because like, say you want to build like a TikTok, right? And you're a huge fan of someone who's got 1 million followers, but you right now have like 10,000. Well, remember when you only had 1 or 2? You know what I mean? It's giving that vibe. Don't forget that your past was also, there was a version of your past self that never thought this version of you could happen. That's what I'm getting. So remember that girl or boy, that little inner child of yours that was like, this could never happen. Instead of going, oh, I don't have what I want already, start looking at, oh my God, look at how far I've come. So if you've journaled, maybe take a look at your journal entries from the past or look at old photos from the past and really just remember to, you can hype yourself up as well. You've already come so far. Just because you're not at like the end of the line, because I'm seeing like a 5K marathon with a ribbon, just because you haven't really gotten to the ribbon yet, doesn't mean you're, because I'm hearing, I'm living on a prayer, we're halfway there. You're killing it. You are so far ahead, but you're kind of like getting in your head a little bit. I need you to get out of your head. You have already come so far. And I feel like because you've had your head down so much, it's not like you have a lot of people there to be like, look at how good you're doing. You're doing amazing, honey. Because I keep hearing you're doing amazing, sweetie. You've just been tunnel vision. And so you haven't like taken a chance to breathe and look at how far you've come, because there is a version of you that never thought this version would be possible. So I need you to celebrate yourself because they are already like, you've already come so far. Like, it's not about the end game. I'm hearing like it's the climb. You've already climbed so far. Look behind you in a sense of like, look at everything that I've put behind me. Look at everything that I've let go of. Look at how the boundaries that I've set for myself that before I used to think I could never, like, I don't have the right. How dare I? You've come so far. And just because like your whole, all the seeds that you've planted haven't fully bloomed yet, they're all starting to sprout and you can see the difference you've already created, and it all started with you. So don't downplay how far you've already come. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, if you could see through your spirit eyes how far you've come, I just want to like, I want to be like a cheerleader for you right now and be like, go pile 1, and like be at the end of at the aisle, because it's like you're already there. Like I keep hearing living on a prayer. Like that's your song for this reading. You have come so far. Stop downplaying how far you've come. You've already come. I'm hearing the song, I'm already there. So take a look around. Look around what you've already created. Maybe it's not endgame. Maybe you created a vision board and in your mind you're like, oh, I only got 4 out of 10. You got 4 already. Remember when you had 0 and you didn't even believe in the vision board to begin with? You've come so far. Stop downplaying your credit. I just feel like you don't have a lot of support right now because you've probably been releasing a lot of like relationships that didn't serve you in the past. And that's totally okay. And be proud of yourself for that too. Because there's a version of you that wanted quantity over quality. And now you're not settling anymore. You're like, all right, I'll have 2 good friends instead of a plethora of friends that don't give 2 Fs to learn about the real me. You've really doubled down on your morals, on who you want to be, who you're going to be moving forward. Stop downplaying it. I don't even feel like I need the cards, Jesus. But you've come so far. But I think maybe like you had a hard childhood, or maybe like maybe you got bullied at school or something, but there's this feeling of like, I have to be perfect. I'm hearing like perfectionism. Maybe you're a Virgo, maybe you have Virgo placements, or Gemini placements could be significant as well. But it's just this feeling of like, instead of looking at how far you've come, you're like, this is how much further I need to go. You're like, yeah, I got that done. Check, next. But there was a version of you that thought the version that exists right now was impossible. Because I'm hearing like impossible, impossible. And I'm pretty sure that's not the actual words. It's untouchable. Okay. So that's why. All my ladies, listen up. Oh my God. Maybe you've like got rid of relationships that didn't serve you. This feels like a whole like because I'm hearing Eminem, I'm cleaning out my closet. I feel like you've got rid of so much stuff already. People, things, belief systems. So maybe the worry right now is money. And you're like, but right now I have to be, I'm focused on things that hurt me from the past. And I'm focusing on my boundaries. And why are people testing me right now? And this, that, and the third. And it's like, because if you saw how far you've already come, you'd understand that this is like, I'm hearing child's play. It's like, this is just like the universe going, are you sure you're not going to settle? Are you sure you're not going to let your mind make you believe that you deserve less? Like, this is really just kind of like splinters coming out because you're ready. But it's like making you so tough that when you finally get there, you're already at peace because of how far you've come. Yeah, I'm hearing again, it's like I'm already there, so take a look around. All right, Spirit, what else do I need to hype them up for? Yeah, you're closing out major cycles right now. You have, it's like, I'm hearing like, what's that Santa song, Spirit? Sorry, y'all. Making a list, checking it twice. You've done the work. Yeah, that's freaking what I said. So you don't, because you're still finishing these cycles, you're just too hard on yourself. Stop being hard on yourself. Your spirit team is like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, just because you're not like, I don't know, the #1 salesman or, you know, the world's biggest TikToker or the biggest YouTuber, the bigger, whatever. It's like, you're already so successful. Like, the eyes are on you. Like, I'm being drawn to all the yellow in the Fool card. It's like you've gained all this confidence that you once never even had. Like, you didn't even believe in yourself like that. But one day you were just like, I've had enough. I choose myself. And that's the end of the discussion. And you got to work. You got your hands dirty. And now it's like the cycles are clearing up. And so right now you're not seeing all the fruits of your labor. So you're kind of second guessing it. It's definitely giving Virgo, Gemini energy for sure. This type of like, I don't know. Can I trust myself? But like, look to the past of how far you've already come, because the only reason this is a block is because you're in your head. You're ready for new beginnings. You've already stepped into it, but you might have kind of like an imposter syndrome, or maybe you just feel like, maybe you were taught in childhood that like you're not good enough unless you're like the best. It's giving like, I know this is kind of like a stereotype. I don't mean it in that way, but supposedly in Asian culture, like if you're not an A+ student, then you're basically a fail. You kind of see it that way, where it's like, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not at end game, but you're right at the edge. And the only thing that's holding you back is the mindset and then timing a little bit, because there's just still, because again, you're being too hard on yourself. That's something that needs to be cleared up. You need to work on that inner critic. Why is this happening? Why am I so cruel to myself? And moving forward, making sure you stop that rhetoric. I would also recommend, because I'm being drawn to like self-love, self-confidence affirmation. So maybe you want to go to bed with like sleep affirmation music, stuff like that. But honestly, you're doing a good job, sweetie. Just keeps on repeating in my head. Is there anything else, Spirit? Yeah, I think you're just not used to good things happening to you. Don't take that the wrong way. But it's like, maybe for the longest time, you just kind of like existed in life. You didn't really live. And so now that new is starting to come into you, you're like, I don't know. Can I trust it? Like, oh, I'm happy. What could go wrong? When is this shoe going to drop? When am I? You're used to chaos. You're used to things falling apart because they were meant to fall apart. Like, I'm seeing the tower in my mind's eye. It's like, you asked for better. The universe listened. They broke down everything that didn't serve you anymore. And now it's like, you still feel like things are falling apart, but in reality, the things fell apart because you asked for more and spirit heard you. Like, I'm seeing a cook and it's like, number up. You know what I mean? So it's like, we still need to work on that headspace a little bit, but you're so close to where it is that you want to be. Do not give up. Don't give up. Like, you might be getting distracted right now. That's totally okay. We have moments, like if you have days where you're like, I don't want to do crap, but you know, watch TV and maybe smoke myself. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is that draws you to you to just kind of have fun. Cause I'm seeing like 13 going on 30, like dancing on the bed, singing music. Like I think you need to get in touch with like kind of like your sensual energy, almost like being like dancing, like maybe like I'm being drawn to like this boss bitch playlist I have on my phone with like Cardi B and Beyonce and Nicki, and it's like all about songs where it's like coming from nothing, or like everybody didn't believe in me and now here I am. Like maybe we need to have like a dance party, a sing party, but like you need to celebrate how far you've come, because you're downplaying your successes and you have come so far. Tower card. Yeah, you asked for more and the universe heard you. I'm hearing like signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. There could also be potential for love. So if manifesting involved love, it was you getting rid of all of like inner critic self-beliefs of like I can't have enough, or like I won't get what it is I deserve unless I work hard for it. So you had a lot of mental like beliefs that didn't really serve you. Like maybe you had this belief that like in order for someone to love me, I have to give too much. All of that stuff fell apart because you are bringing in exactly what it is that you asked for. The abundance in all aspects. I mean, there's definitely a focus on finances and career with that coming out. But whatever it is that you've set your intentions on, Spirit heard you. They're listening. You've been doing the work. And so now it's only a matter of time. Especially with the world in reverse, that's just like, we just got to clear up a couple of things. But honey, you're doing amazing. And if you keep believing it, because I'm seeing like Dr. Joe Dispenza, where it's like, you have this headspace of like, this is my life. I am rich. I am successful. And I practice this stuff too, and it works. So be like, I am in love. I have the most amazing spouse of my life. You are so close to achieving your goals right now. You've already come so far. So that's where we really need to hype you up, is you're not used to being proud of yourself unless like the whole thing is done. But in reality, it's like you're take a breath and look at how far you've already come, because that's going to accelerate you even more. Gratitude is the best way to manifest what it is that we want. You're already so far, but your inner critic is still like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not where I need to be. But you have already created the foundation. Let spirit do the rest. Start to have fun. Start to play. Have, you know, whatever it is that makes you excited. Maybe it's playing guitar. I'm seeing guitar in my mind's eye. Maybe it's coloring. Maybe it's going out with the friends and drinking if that's what you're into. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. I'm seeing like dancing too. So maybe going out and dancing, like Cupid Shuffle I'm hearing in my mind. So like whatever it is to have fun, like blow off some steam. Get your inner child, your inner teenager, all of them working in, because you've done the work and you deserve the rewards. You're going to see the rewards trickle in, but you also have to show yourself that you should be rewarded. And you're already too hard on yourself. So reward yourself, and then the universe will do the rest. You've already come so far. You've done it. Okay, maybe you could have detached from a relationship, but if you didn't detach from a relationship, take that if it resonates. You've detached from being too much in kind of like in a masculine headspace of like, how do I word this without being disrespectful towards men? Okay, so I'm hearing the song Big Girls Don't Cry. It's giving me the vibe of like, you know how society makes men like you have to work and that's your value. You can't cry because this is how you have to be. So maybe that's kind of how you grew up, where it's like I have to work and be like the top dog in order to have value. I have to have my finances in order to have value. And it's like you've let go of like what society says you should. Yeah, because I'm hearing like Simon Says, except for society. You've detached from that headspace and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to take it. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song One Step at a Time. I'm going to take it one step at a time. If this works for me, great. If it doesn't, I'm going to try something else. But you kept following your heart. You kept listening to inspiration that was coming to you. And it's helping you build a legacy for yourself. Whether that's a job that you love, whether it's a relationship that you've been asking for, whether that's simply being at peace with yourself, like two parts of you coming together, your masculine and feminine, feeling joy on a day-to-day base. Whatever it is that you manifested, I'm here to tell you, I'm literally, I keep hearing the song, I'm already there, so take a look around. So it's really just getting comfortable with having a headspace of happiness, because that'll just accelerate what's left to come in. And what's left to come is the tangible. So again, if you've been trying to manifest love, then that'll probably be coming in for you. If you were trying to manifest career, especially because finances and career came up, that I could definitely say seeing like a financial increase, or if you wanted to change jobs, a job being offered to you, a new career opportunity. If that's an entrepreneurial thing, then that taking off. Whatever finances and career, however you want that to look like for you, whether that's being the top dog, I don't know. But your dream, it's about to come true because you believed in it and you trusted in the world. And I need to hype you up because you've done it and you did it by yourself. You made this happen. No one can take it away from you. It's yours. You did this. You didn't get help. I'm hearing the song, I get knocked down 9 times, but I get up 10. This has not been easy for you. There could have been numerous times where you decided to give up and you were like, no, I'm choosing myself. I don't care. I don't care if people think this is unrealistic. You could go, get the F out of my way. You put your head down. You poured into yourself. The universe heard you. Your spirit team is incredibly impressed and they are ready to reward you. So yeah, because I'm hearing the song with arms wide open. Have your arms open, believe that it's already here, believe that spirit's going to give it to you, and you're going to start to see trickles of it starting to manifest. So maybe like money's coming out of nowhere that you didn't expect. Like maybe you win a scratch ticket, or if you're an entrepreneur, now money's trickling in. Or, you know, if it's a job, maybe you get offered something. Or if you're in school, maybe it's however, what is it called, spirit? Like a sponsorship, but like, you know what I mean? Like a resident, if you were to be like a medical student, for instance, maybe you get offered a residency program, something like that. It's just, you've put all that work into you. And so spirit's going to deliver on their end. It's like, I'm hearing, can you meet me halfway? You did the work, relax, have fun, celebrate yourself as if it was your birthday, as if it was your best friend's day. You need to celebrate yourself because, honey, you did it. You did it with the odds stacked against you, when you didn't believe you could, when you had days where you were crying in bed, where you were like, I don't even know if this is going to be worth it. Maybe I've lost my mind. Am I crazy to want for more? Am I being selfish? You went through all the stages of grief, but you kept believing in yourself. And so that is why it is all going to work out for you. Do not give up now. Celebrate yourself. You deserve it. You created this. And I'm going to end it with the song that I'm hearing right now. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Honey, you're the winner. Celebrate yourself. I am so proud of you. And Spirit Team, so proud of you. And 22:22 on the clock when I said that. So I'm going to leave it at this. I hope that this made you feel good. You should be so incredibly proud of yourself. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like so I know to make more of these. Comment down below what you'd like to see in future pick a cards if I decide to do more of these. And let me know what you want to see in other videos as well. Subscribe, hit the notification button. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Links are all down below. To book a personal reading, links are all down below. But bestie, you're doing an amazing job, and it's already yours. Just believe it so the rest can start to trickle in because you did the work. You should be so proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. Continue going. The stars, you're not even going to stop at the stars, honey. You're going to the next galaxy. You're kicking ass, and you're taking names. I'm so proud of you, and that is why you deserve to be hyped up. I will see you in my next reading. What is up, pile 2? How are we doing? Let's see why am proud. Yes. This is why you should be 18 and no, it's 21 and older, right? In order to smoke. I don't know. Anyway, it's hard being the drunk girl in the bathroom without the drink. So, all right, let's get started. So, as always, if you enjoy these readings, please leave me a like. It really does support the channel. Comment down below what fit, what didn't fit, if nothing fit. I'm having trouble talking, y'all. Let's get into it. Maybe you got, okay, because I didn't have trouble talking in the first reading. So maybe you're starting to learn how to speak for yourself. Maybe you're starting to embody. Yeah, I just got drawn to my Lapis Lazuli bottle. And I'm not lying, by the way. Hold up. Maybe you're also working on your mental health as well, because that could be something. So maybe you're learning how to speak for yourself. So speaking up, talking about what it is that you need. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, Can We Just Talk? So maybe you're learning how to stand in your true, yeah, I see your true colors, standing in your truth. And especially with rose quartz, that's self-care, that's nurturing, that's also healing of the heart. So maybe you've been doing a lot of healing work on the heart or on the ability to just kind of be yourself without being apologetic about it. So as always, If you do enjoy these videos, there is a virtual tip jar in my links below. But let's get started. Let's see your cards. What can I hype you up about? Y'all, I apologize. The wording is just not great. What can I hype you up about? What? Okay. Okay. Pile 2. Okay. I'm being drawn to the new moon, though. Okay. If you're in a relationship, then I see things being calm because I'm noticing this and I'm like smooth sailing. So if you've been having relationship troubles, maybe you've learned how to communicate, and that's why I was drawn to the throat chakra. So maybe you're starting to speak, or you're learning how to speak and like talk about your needs. Maybe you have some insecurities around that, especially with work through your fears. This feels like calming the storm within our mind so that we can have healthy, real love. Yeah, because I'm searching for a real love. So this might be mostly for singles. I'm going to lean towards singles a little bit, but if you are in a relationship, this would just mean like things had been either stale, because I'm hearing stalemate, so it's possible, or maybe it's just been kind of rough lately. Maybe you just kind of, yeah, because I'm hearing I get by with a little help from my friends. So maybe you've been kind of like struggling with communicating or just struggling in general. But it feels like as we learn how to communicate and be honest and be vulnerable, we're going to get smooth sailing. For the people that are single, this is working through our limiting beliefs so that we can attract the love that we know that we deserve. And I'm also noticing how the water's calm. And it reminds me of like when we learn how to really love ourselves, we're not in like a frantic need to like find love. And that's when we draw love into us. So maybe you've been working on your self-esteem, working on that heart chakra of yours. And so this could be like basically giving you a heads up that like, hey, if you're single and you're looking, as you're working through these limiting beliefs of like, I'm not good enough, or I have to work too hard to get the love that I deserve, or all these limiting factors where you don't believe you're inherently worthy of the love that you're looking for. I feel like you're kind of getting that out of the way so that you can embody what it is that you're looking for. So maybe you've been pouring a lot into yourself lately, and that's why I need to hype you up. Because I'm being drawn to the sacral chakra. So maybe you've just kind of like either taken a break from dating, or you've just been kind of like, I need to pour into myself. I need to focus on me more. It's paying off. It's sending a ripple effect into the universe, and you are basically on track for healthy love. That's what it feels like. It feels like I feel giggly. I feel like I'm going to the movies maybe. I feel like I'm going out and I'm just like dolling myself up and I'm putting a little extra effort into myself because I feel good. I look good. I feel good on the inside too. So I really think you've been working on yourself on like inner healing. So inner child maybe, or just learning how to be nice to yourself and how to be the partner that it is that you've always wanted. And you're embodying that. So you're becoming what it is that you're looking for. So if you're in a relationship, then that would be more of like standing in what it is that I need, being more honest about what it is I need, bringing a spark back into the relationship. And all of this work, whether you're single or relationship, it's paying off the more you don't let fears get in the way. So the work that you've been doing, honey, chef's kiss, because it is bringing in a type of love that like, whew, I'm seeing like 50 Shades of Grey, y'all. I'm seeing 50 Shades of Grey in my mind. So if that's what you're into, I mean, the intensity of that, I mean, that's definitely not a healthy relationship. But I'm saying the sexiness of it. That's what I'm being drawn to. It feels sexy. So maybe if you're in a relationship, you might be spicing it up. Maybe you're drawn to like go to a dirty store and get like sexy clothing or something like that. It just feels like the love department is like, oh my God, I'm seeing the scene from Bruce Almighty where he like develops gifts and then he says like pleasurable, and then Jennifer Aniston's like, like I can't believe I said that on a video. But it's just giving the vibe of like, so maybe you've been doing your own kind of work to figure out what to tell someone else how to do, allegedly. This is definitely 18 plus, my bad. But it's just like whatever it is that you're doing, it's working. And you're going to be either magnetically drawn back to your partner, or you're going to be a magnet for a healthy love that's really just going to, it's going to take you over. So I need to hype you up because you've been doing the work, honey, and you're attracting exactly what it is that you want, whether it's your current love to reblossom, or whether that's someone that'll actually meet you where you're at. Because I keep hearing, can you meet me halfway? So if you were in a relationship and there was complications in there, it feels like that will be smooth sailing moving forward as you embrace the fears that you have and being honest and open and communicative. If you're single, you're drawing something like that in where it's healthy. It's overwhelming. Like I feel chills in my body and now I'm being drawn to the Grease scene. So it's like the movie Grease where it's like I got chills, it's electrifying. You're drawing in some love, like all the good stuff about love, allegedly. Do I have to say alleged in a pick a card? Y'all, we're celebrating the last day of me closing out a cycle. So bear with me as sometimes I may not make as much sense. But I feel love like coursing through my veins. And I see like flowers blooming. It feels like it's springtime. It's like new beginnings. I've washed away what doesn't serve me anymore. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song Rain on Me, Lord, won't you take this pain from me? So maybe you've really like healed old patterns, healed how you once saw relationships. Maybe you finally, put an end to the one spouse you couldn't really let go of in the past. Like the one pain even. So like, let's say you're in a current relationship, but like, you're kind of avoiding a little bit because in the past people have done you wrong, but you finally faced that pain and now you're like, that's old news. I'm hearing the song, that's old news, this new news. So like you've just really leveled up and you've told the world, I'm ready to stop focusing on my past and I'm ready to get what I deserve in the future. And so love is a brewing. And I'm telling you, if you're single, when this comes in, you will feel it. It's I keep hearing it's electrifying. So you're going to feel it. You're going to know, like eyes lock. I don't know how you're going to meet because it doesn't feel like I'm allowed to know. This feels like, yeah, I'm seeing like the Wheel of Fortune in my mind's eye. This feels fated because you did the work. But again, if you're in a relationship, it feels like it's fated to start to work in your favor because you've leveled up. So now your energy demands more, if that makes sense. I feel like you were like, either you're like, I'm done with love, or I'm not going to focus on love. It's not going to be my sole focus. You've learned how to not be codependent anymore. So that alone, you should be so fucking proud of yourself. Girl, boy, whoever you are, they, them, you're all welcome here. Love you all. But it's just given the vibe of like, I'm going to accept what I deserve. I'm not going to accept anything else. And I'm not going to sit here and chase. And I'm just going to get what I deserve. So even if you were in a relationship, maybe you used to overgive and now you're like, you know what? Like, we need to talk about this. We need to meet halfway. And this is how I'm not happy. And even though this is an uncomfortable, because now my throat's starting to get icky. Even if this is a hard conversation for me to have, I want our relationship to work. And so this is what we're going to talk about. How do we spice up? Yeah, because I'm hearing Spice Girl, spice up your life. So I think that you have just really leveled up energetically. And so because of that, you're ready. You're ready for better. Yeah, I feel like there was a time where, like, especially being drawn to the child, like maybe you had it hard as a child. Like maybe you learned how to self-sacrifice. Like I'm seeing bending over backwards. Like maybe you're a parentified kid, or maybe, your parents just couldn't give you everything that you wish they could have. And you might have struggled from some like mental health problems. Maybe you didn't believe you were enough. Maybe you were depressed, maybe easily anxious, but it's like you've worked through that. There might still be a little bit of, I wouldn't say that you're still, I feel like all the change is kind of overwhelming for you, but I wouldn't say that like you're still depressed anymore. I feel like you're coming out of what you're used to. So like, for instance, say you've been depressed for like 5-10 years and then you actually got your hands dirty and you decided to work on it, but you've been depressed for so long, it was all you knew. And now you're actually out of it, but you're used to the other shoe dropping. So it's just kind of like a warning here of like, your happiness is definitely coming in, but because you were so used to, maybe in your childhood or just somewhere in the past, maybe a relationship that went wrong, where you're just constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. When's it going to go wrong? When's it going to fail? Because you've changed, the universe has to match that. And you've changed. You've done the work. So believe that spirit has your back, because it's old wounds that are still kind of lingering. Because I keep hearing the song, do you have to let it linger? So it's just like, it's basically like I'm seeing like splinters of energy. It's just old stuff that like you're kind of afraid to let go of, because for so long it kept you safe. You were waiting for the shoe to drop because it was always going to drop. But because you've changed, The shoe's not going to drop anymore because you demanded more. And so more has to come in for you. Yeah, I think that, yeah, what did I say? There's still, so to hype you up, you've done the work. You've really, really done the work. The only thing that I'm seeing as a blockage here is like, I think in the past you've had to over defend yourself. If you're a female, then again, it's like over giving, overdoing it. Maybe you just got to a place, man or woman, or they, them, doesn't matter. But this is just this feminine energy that's like, I give up. I don't want to do the work anymore. If love means bending over backwards and sacrificing myself, no fucking thank you. Excuse my language, but you know. But that's kind of the vibe, you know? You are ready for love when you let go of those final little fragments that's like, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, you got to keep your head up, oh, and you can let your hair down. I know it's hard, but remember sometimes. And notice how she just seems very defensive, you know? And you have every right to feel that way. I also want to validate your feelings because I feel like you've had, whether it's feminine energy. I'm not calling you a female if you're not one. But it's just given the vibe of like, you know, I'm hearing the song, I've been beaten down, I've been kicked around. I feel like people have really taken advantage of your kind heart, your nurturing nature, and Spirit knows that you deserve more, but you had to also believe it too, because we're mirrors. And so if you don't believe that you're worthy of love, then you're going to attract people that basically give you that. But something in you switched where you were like, you know what? I'd rather be alone than deal with this bullshit again. Like, that's kind of the vibe. It's like, you know what? Thank you, next. I'm good. I'd rather be alone. I can make myself happy. I'm hearing I could do bad all by myself. And you own that shit. And you should be proud of yourself. Like, I'm hearing like, yes, queen. Like, that's what I'm hearing right now. But and this is not a bad thing because the Sun card is here, but it's a blockage. But you will have your happiness because the card wouldn't come out if it wasn't headed towards you. But it's just giving this vibe of because you've suffered so much in past relationships, there's just this weariness that we need to work on. So maybe, you know, having some alone time, and maybe you haven't hit the anger stage of the grief yet where like you've cried over exes and then you're like, all right, I see the bigger picture, whatever it is, what it is. But maybe you haven't hit the anger stage where maybe you've been like all love and light. You're like, I can't possibly go there. Like maybe you need to like burn pictures if you have pictures and be like, you know what, mother fluffer from 12th grade that left me for Sarah, that stupid piece of crap, and just going off, you know? And then now I'm hearing the song, F being good, I'm a bed. I'm sick of motherfuckers trying to tell me how to live. Like, you need to embrace that because that's already where you are. Like, Queen of Wands, that's like, yeah, because now I'm hearing the song Independent Women. That's a woman who knows her worth. And she knows that she is sexy inside and out, especially because she's sexy on the inside. And that's what matters the most. And you've done that work. And look at all this yellow. It's like, I know my shit. I know my worth. So you got this little bit of hesitation here just because you've been through some stuff. And I get it. We all been there. Well, most of us, if we had stuff to learn. And so there's just this kind of little bit of worry, a little bit of pessimism that we need to work on. But you did the work. You helped yourself heal. And because you did that, it has to be given back to you. It's your universal law. What you want wants you. You wanted better. You stopped saying yes to crumbs. And so I need to hype you up because you did the work, baby. You did the work. Are you kidding me? You could have stayed complacent in a relationship that barely did it. You could have been like, oh, the love of my life is not real. You could have set your standards low and just been like one of those miserable couples that bitch all the time. But you were like, no, like I'm either going to be alone and be happy on my own. And then you went through all the pain and healed all that inner stuff. You did that. You did the work. And because you did the work, you are now going to emanate that glow because it's coming from the inside, which will then bring you in the love that you deserve. You did that. Give yourself praise. You need to celebrate yourself. And I highly recommend, because Spirit keeps showing me mine, you need a boss bitch, boss guy playlist. So whatever those songs are that really hype you up, you know what I mean? Because you need to realize that you did that work. You chose you. You could have made yourself date somebody who was good enough that you knew would have made you miserable, but you did not choose that. You chose yourself, and you believed, in spite of everything, that love exists and that your happiness does not equate to a relationship that's bare minimum, and that there is happiness in love, and that you do deserve it. And so guess what? Signed, sealed, delivered, honey, because you did the work. All right, do we need anything else? Yeah, you might have given up hope, because it's like, I don't see it. It's not here. It's not here. Because I'm hearing the song, she's never satisfied. But this is like a divine timing type of thing. And on top of that, it's that negative self-talk, that belief that, like, it's like you want it, but at the same time, you don't believe it's going to come. It's coming, but we got to change our mindset first, because you're downplaying how far you've come. You're downplaying that you've said no. I want you to, like, take a look at, like, messages and stuff from, like, maybe dudes or chicks, whoever hits you up. There are people in there that I bet the version of you that existed a couple years ago probably would have humored, probably would have said yes to, probably would have got yourself in a couple month long situationship, relationship, and then you'd have been like, why did I waste all that time? You no longer have those rose tinted glasses on anymore. You see things for what they are now. So be proud of yourself, because you don't lie to yourself anymore. You listen to your intuition. You've said no to bare minimum. And so, yeah, it's going to take a while, because, you know, you got to find it's like needle in a haystack. You're looking for the needle. You don't want any more. You don't want the sheep. You want the wolf. So it's going to take a little bit longer. So don't believe that it's not coming for you. This is your sign. It's coming for you. But it can't just be the next guy, right? Because we've already done that. We know what that's like. We dated, and then that didn't work out. So we tried someone else, but they were all words and they were no actions. Well, now you're going to get someone whose words match their actions, because you decided that that's the only thing you were going to let happen. So be proud of yourself. Yeah, it's taking a little long, but that's because the right one's always worth the wait. And because you chose yourself, the right one's got to make their way to you. Yeah, I'm hearing a song, Making My Way Downtown. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's blocked right now because of the headspace. That's all. That's all. That's all. And in the past, you had people that were like, they gave you crumbs, and they gave you false promises, and maybe they manipulated you too. Like maybe they gaslit, love bomb, rinse, wash, repeat. Maybe it was like sometimes they broke up with you and then they'd come back. Like it was toxic. It was unhealthy. And you were like, no, I'm not going to settle for this. I don't want your stupid fish in a cup. I want a king of cups. I want a man that's going to emotionally fulfill me, or a woman, whatever your type, whatever your gender. I want this to fit everybody. But it was like, you might also have this like ick towards relationships, because it's like, well, every time I wanted a relationship in the past, this is what I got, and I don't want that anymore. And so even though you want the love of your life, there's still a part of you that's like, well, what if I get it wrong? I've gotten it wrong before. What if I think he's great, or she's great, or they're great, but then I'm wrong again, and then I've wasted another couple of months or years of my life? It's not going to happen, because you already know what you're looking for. You've put it out there, and you listen to your intuition now. You don't gaslight yourself anymore. I keep being drawn to the pink on the rose quartz. The rose tinted glasses, they're gone. You already know what to look for. You should look in your DMs or like whatever, because I feel like there's people that you've kind of like, maybe Tinder even, where it's like you passed on them, but in the past they might have strung you along because you didn't have this solid sense of self that you currently have. You've come so far. You've built yourself up. You've made that foundation. So pride yourself on that. You've come this far, so that when these people come, and of course they're going to come, because now you're incredibly magnetic. I mean, it's a blocked energy, but you're the Queen of Wands. That's someone that like, that demands attention. That's sexy, even if you don't believe you're sexy. Honey, you're sexy. It's energy, baby. It's not just looks. It's energy. And so you're worried you're going to keep attracting these like, I'm hearing like, because I don't want no 1 minute man. You're not attracting toxic anymore. And you will like, they'll still try, because I'm hearing like knock, knock on heaven's door. They see your worth. That's why they're knocking on heaven's door. But heaven is picky, and you already know what to look out for. You know the red flags. You know what you're not looking for. You know when words don't match the actions. You know when your stomach is like, something about this doesn't add up. You're not going to gaslight yourself anymore. You're not lying to yourself anymore. So these people, yeah, they're going to hit on you. They might heart react your photos. You might get a couple of exes in your inbox that see that you're changing and they're like, hey, what's up? Thinking that they could still get in. But you've learned. You know better now. You've done the work. You're already there. So stop thinking that you're going to get anything less than you deserve, because the only way that would happen is if you ignored your intuition. But your intuition sounds like it's on steroids. It'd be really hard for you to ignore. So you got this. I heard losers, so I guess I'm going to say it. Let the losers, I don't believe in that word. Maybe you call them that. Let the losers hit you up and be like, hey, girl, you looking sexy, or hey, boy. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be a dude, to be honest. But it's just like, you're going to know that I'm hearing like full of shit. You're going to know. So, yeah, they're going to hit on you. You're radiating. You're glowing. It's happening because you've asked for that. Like maybe you've done some sex magic, some manifestation of love, like self-love. It's radiating off you, of course. But you're going to notice them. They're going to be like mosquitoes, and you're going to be like, bye. You're fine. You're going to attract the right one. What do we have at the back of the deck? We have a love interest. Would you look at that? Okay, so there could be someone that's already looking at your social media, trying not to get caught. But with the back deck being Knight of Cups, Page of Wands in reverse, Three of Cups, this is cause for celebration. This is also like, let's go out with our friends. Let's celebrate how far we've come. Let's also put ourselves in positions we wouldn't usually put ourselves in. Not in a dangerous way, but it's given the vibe of like, if a friend reaches out and they're like, hey, like I decided to go to this place tonight. Are you in? And you have a tendency of being more introverted. You have a tendency of being like, nah, I don't feel like it. Listen to your intuition. This is probably a sign from the universe. I'm being drawn back to the Ace of Cups. This might be something that happens when you're least expecting it. So if someone invites you randomly somewhere, do it. Try new things, try new endeavors. Oh my God, this literally says a new endeavor. See? It's like I'm psychic. You are attracting, it could be a water sign, sun, moon, rising, but this is just someone who's like lighthearted, fun. They're going to bring you back to life. I keep hearing the song, Wake Me Up, Bring Me Back to Life. I feel like this person's going to like remind you of what it's like to be youthful. I feel like you've been so like in the work, in the shadow work, really building and improving on yourself. And so you haven't had time to just be lighthearted and fun, which is also why you should be celebrating, because you've just been doing so much work. But again, it's just like someone's going to come in when you least expect it. You won't be paying attention. You'll be out doing something else. And they're going to be very lighthearted, kind, fun. It's just like, it feels like I'm taking the weight of the world off my shoulders. It feels like they're pulling me out of a rut. It feels like they're going to make me laugh when I haven't laughed in so long, like to the point where my stomach is jiggling. That's how hard I'm laughing. So this person's going to bring a zest for life back into your life. So you've manifested this. This is coming for you. Be proud of yourself. And I'm going to leave it at that. So if you enjoyed this, please leave it a like, and it helps me know to make more of these in the future. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Links are all down below. If you want to book a personal reading, links are down below. Hey, regulars. Appreciate you, besties. Subscribe. Share with a friend if you enjoy it. And I'm moving on to pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. All right. Wow, that sounded like a game show host. So, if you enjoy these readings, please leave it a like. It really helps my channel, and it helps me know what you guys are interested in. Let me know down in the comments below if and how this fits. Also, let me know what you guys want to see in future readings. Subscribe if you enjoy these videos, and I'm going to get started. Oh, and if you'd like to book a personal reading, links are down below. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Links are all down below. So, clear quartz. It seems like I need to hype you up, because you've really been healing. You've been healing a lot of stuff. This seems to be a theme, which I love, but it seems like you've been healing a lot of stuff. This could be childhood wounds, because I'm noticing how it's like I know this is obviously a bottle of crystals, but I'm just noticing how it's like piling on top and top and top. Oh, and there's like one that's not perfect, but it's like on top and on top and on top, and it's reminding me of like bricks on top of us. I feel like we've been like really digging through what we've been through and like really letting ourselves grieve. So like Whether we've had a hard relationship that we needed to grieve, maybe we've lost some friends that weren't good for us, or maybe we've been facing some shadow work, some healing childhood trauma, looking at parent dynamics, whatever that is for you. It just looks like we've really been allowing ourselves to cry, allowing ourselves to feel. It feels like you're really working on your heart chakra. I can almost see it like lighting up. It's like whatever work you're doing, I really want to hype you up because you're reigniting that light within your heart again. Because I'm hearing like the light at the end of the tunnel. It feels like you've been in the tunnel for a while, but it feels like the light is finally coming for you. It feels like because you've done the work, which was really just getting rid of all of the darkness around your heart, you know, people that have hurt you, done you wrong, whatever it was that you, it could just be like a, not that it's just, but it could have been a breakup or something like that, but it's just giving me the vibe of like, we've really let ourselves feel those feelings. We've cried it out. And what we thought was like the hardening of our heart or like broken heart, which broken heart is a real thing, but like, you know, you heal it with time and stuff. It feels like you've done the healing work and we're about to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I definitely feel like I need to be proud of you because you faced your demons. You faced what hurts instead of running away from it, instead of constantly deciding to, you know, escape it at all costs, whether that's drinking and working all day and then coming home and then zoning out on TV and then talking to other people to not focus on our lives. It feels like we're really just looking and being like, you know what, this hurt and I'm going to allow myself to feel the pain because I don't want this to be part of my story anymore. I don't want this. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, The Old Me's Dead and Gone. So it's giving the vibe of like, you faced your fears. You let yourself feel the pain. You could have run away from it. You could have stuffed it down like everybody else does. So many people hold that stuff in, but not you. You are like, I'm going to face this. I don't care if I'm afraid of it. I don't care how bad it hurts. I don't care if I have to cry until there's like snot running down my face. Because I'm hearing the song, What Hurts the Most. So this could be a breakup. But it just feels like in general, because this is a general reading, so take what resonates, because I am being drawn to rose quartz. So it could be a breakup or it could just be like old relationship paradigms that we've had where we're just kind of honoring how people or things, whatever has hurt us. And instead of pushing it down, we've let it come up. We've let ourselves cry. We've let ourselves really feel it. Like I see someone like crouched down, like holding themselves, like rocking back and forth, like almost like rubbing your arm, like trying to soothe yourself, but letting it all come out. And it's, yeah, because I'm hearing the song by Hilary Duff, Let My Tears Fall Down, I'm Coming Clean. You've done a lot of healing work. You should be incredibly proud of yourself, especially as another healer. I personally thank you because that is not... When you heal, you're uplifting the energy, which helps other people. It's a ripple effect. So don't downplay just crying in itself. That helps people. Because think about role models and stuff. They healed and other people watched them and they were inspired. So you're going to inspire other people, and energy likes energy. So being around you will help other people heal as well. Don't overdo it and give yourself away, because you definitely feel like someone who is very nurturing and loving and empathic. So know your worth, honey, because I could feel it. 444, as I'm saying that, you might be seeing that number. Your angels are with you. But it's just the vibe of like, you have such a good heart and you didn't deserve the things that happened to you. So you also need to hear that. You did not deserve the things that have happened to you. I understand that life happens and we don't get to choose it. At least in our 3D bodies, we don't know. And you didn't deserve all the crap that you went through, but you could have went cold. You could have been mean. You could have repeated to others what was done to you, but you chose not to continue that cycle. And maybe you have kids or maybe you want to have kids, but because you're doing the work, you're going to model to kids what healthy looks like, what unconditional love should be. And that in itself is such an admirable quality. So do not downplay the work that you're doing, because you are stopping generational karma. You are clearing that out for those to come. You are a role model because you're doing this work. So when you're having these days where you're crying and you feel like maybe you're a fool, or you feel like you could be cleaning right now, or you should be doing this or that, you're healing your soul. You're healing generational karma. You're healing trauma. You're becoming a role model to those around you that never thought that they could make that possible. So you're a role model. Be proud of yourself for how far you've already come. You've really been letting it go. You've really been facing it. I think that if you're thinking about having a conversation with someone, I mean, do it properly, but like in a non-attacking manner. But with heart-to-heart conversations, I almost get like a double message here of like maybe maybe talking to someone but without like a guard up. So this could be like a relationship or something like that, but it's being like, this is how I feel. This is where I'm coming from. This is what I've been through. This also feels like someone who's able to speak what it is that they've been through, who's not afraid or shameful because they've felt it, they've purged it, and they don't really relate to it anymore because it's not your story anymore, because you've healed it, because you've let it go. You might have also just had like talks with yourself. You were like, this hurts. Why does this hurt? What is this telling me about myself? Why do I attract people that hurt me? Why do I let things slide that if it was my best friend, I would never let it slide? You've really done the work, and you've been letting go of things that once you probably let define you. You're like, oh, I'm never going to attract a good man because all men do is hurt me. And you've gotten rid of these limiting beliefs because you realize that you were in control all along. And so you purged all of this. And so it feels like this cycle is ending. So whatever healing work you've been doing, it feels like you're at the tail end of it. And so not only to hype you up from one healer to another, thank you for the work that you've done. It really does make a difference. I keep seeing like when someone throws a stone in the water, then all those ripples, it's like it's a ripple effect. You're going to go on. And again, if you're thinking about having children or if you have children, you're really going to show them what healthy looks like. So if you had a hard childhood and you've cleared stuff that maybe your parents wanted to avoid, you're going to model to your children what love really looks like. Love for self, love for others. You're like the mom people want to have. I'm being shown like moms on TV that like kids would escape to be like, oh, I wish that was my mom and stuff like that. Like you're that mom. Like I'm being drawn to like Stuart Little and how like the parents are just unreal parents. Like I never could imagine parents being that unconditionally loving. But because you've done all this work and you've faced it head on, you're going to be an incredible parent if that's something you want. If you aren't a parent, or if you currently are a parent, you're doing an amazing job. And just know that the best way to teach your kids is by embodying who they should be, because that's how they learn. And you honoring yourself is going to make them realize that they should be doing the same. So be proud of yourself, especially if you're a parent. Especially if you're a parent. Not that you shouldn't be less proud of yourself if you're not a parent. I'm not a parent. I'm just simply saying, if you're a parent, you're kicking ass. And a lot of parents don't hear that often, so I really want to like put that in there. You're really doing an amazing job. But for the people that are not parents and don't want kids, you're really doing the work to heal your inner child to the point where your inner child feels safe to be themselves. So maybe lately you're being drawn to do things that you would find childlike in the past. So maybe you want to like, I don't know, I'm seeing like karate class. I'm seeing like going to the gym. I don't really think it's a kid thing though. I'm seeing like coloring, the what's it called, Spirit? Where like you knit, but like there's a thing already that you knit to. It's kind of giving that vibe. Or maybe like playing with Nerf guns or whatever it is. Whatever your inner child's calling to, let it happen, because your inner child feels safe with you now to express itself. Like I'm literally hearing the song Express Yourself. So all the work that you've done is making your inner child feel safe, which is what you're feeling. You're feeling safer to be yourself. This is like new beginnings. I want to explore who I am now. I've taken the weight off of who I should be, and now I'm going to become who I'm meant to be. Full moon, that's all about releasing. And I'm being drawn to all the purple, which is crown chakra, which is downloading stuff. Maybe right now you're being drawn to like move your room around or buy new decorations, like new decor. Maybe you're like interested, because I'm being drawn to things that I've done where it's like I colored and then I hung them up because I think they're pretty, so I don't care. I also bought new posters and stuff. Like it's giving that same type of vibe. So whatever it is that you're drawn to, if it's like a coloring kit that you liked from years ago but you think it's childish, buy it. Like I bought a sea monkey thing recently. Like do whatever makes your heart light up, because Your inner child feels safe to be you, and now you're exploring who you really are. 11:11 on the clock, so maybe you've been seeing that number, but you've done all the work. The cycles are ending. It's time for you to be who you really are without any reason to explain or feel like you owe anyone a damn explanation. This is like Beyonce energy, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm the boss, and that's the end of the discussion. I did the work. I'm seeing like butterfly, which is like I've transformed. I'm not in this cocoon anymore. I'm ready to be who I am. Sky's the limit. Sky's not even the limit. So let's real quick take a look at your cards to see what other information we can get in terms of hyping you up. But oh my God, you've healed so much ancestral karma. You're so strong. You're so strong. You should be so proud of yourself. When the world says you should be this, don't have feelings, don't complain, don't self-evaluate, you should run to all these vices, you're like, nope, 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 nope. I'm going to face my fears. I'm going to cry if I have to. I'm going to take a look at what hurts me. I'm going to look it dead in the eye, and I'm going to heal that shit. You are a trauma generational karma breaker, and you are kicking ass at it. And it feels like the part of the movie where that person like takes their life back, and it's finally like, now I got an even better job, even though I rage quit the job that I hated. And now I'm having the love of my life. And now I'm exploring and I'm traveling. Maybe you're drawn to traveling right now. Maybe you're drawn to taking a vacation. It's like you're stepping into bigger and better new things. And I need you to understand so heavily, you did this. Oh my God, I didn't even mean to point. I wasn't looking. You did this. You got you here. The only person that can take credit for this is you. You did this by yourself. Even when people were like, oh, why aren't you focusing on me? Why aren't you over giving your energy to me? You were like, because it's my turn now, bitch. I am the queen of my story. I'm the main character, whether you like it or not. And you should be so damn proud of yourself because you did the work. And if you have kids, your kids are, you're breaking so much trauma that they're not going to have to face because you decided to face it. So be so damn proud of yourself for your kids' sake, for sure. Or if you're going to have kids, they're going to have one hell of a role model. And if you don't want kids, your animals will have one hell of a role model. Or basically, your inner child's just going to finally be able to feel safe and be let out, and you're actually going to be able to enjoy your life now no matter who you are. So be proud of yourself. I probably should have shuffled on camera. It is what it is. What else, Spirit? How can we hype them up? Yep, you broke free of tradition. You broke free of shackles. You could have also broke free from a relationship that didn't serve you, but you were just like, no, I don't care what structure says. I don't care who I should be, what I should do. I'm going to pick my fucking self, and I'm going to go within, and I don't care what that looks like, and I don't care if that's crazy. I choose my damn self, and that's the end of the story, bitch. Like, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. You decide to break the structures. You decided to choose yourself, to go all in. Yeah, I'm hearing song, I'm going in. You did the work, honey. You should be proud of yourself because you chose you. Against the odds, against what everybody else had. Yeah, because I'm hearing still watch what you say to me because I got what it takes to rock the mic. Right. You a bad bitch, bad boy, bad boss, whatever the vibe is. You are bad, baby. Bad to the bone. Yep. Everybody was against you. You did not have people on your side. They were like, you should be this way. You should stay this way. Maybe you should have this normal job. Why are you complaining? Why do you want more? Maybe you're ungrateful. Maybe you're this, maybe you're that. Everybody had a fucking opinion. But you were like, I don't care. This is not what makes me happy, and so I'm going to go my own way. And so you started your own opportunity. You created your own abundance. You're going to be the reason for all the success that's coming into your life now. It was all you, despite the odds, despite everybody that was like, nah, you can't do this. Nah, it's not realistic. Nah, it'll never happen for you. Yes, it did. Yes, it will. Because you chose yourself. You were like, nah, I don't agree with that. Screw you. Yeah, I'm hearing F you and your mom and your sister and your job. So it could have been a relationship too with the Hierophant in reverse. Maybe you broke free from a relationship. Maybe everybody was involved in that relationship, always had an opinion. Maybe even your friends were like, are you sure? Like, but he could be worse. Like, I hate that. Oh my God. If you're not happy, end of discussion. Your gut knows better than anything else. But you were like, I choose me. And so you did it. And I am proud of you. Holy crap. You did the work. Thank you, light worker to light worker. I see the work you've done, and a lot of other people may not understand it, but who you're about to be stepping into, like, I'm just seeing Beyonce. It's like Queen Bee energy. I'm seeing Rihanna. It's like, you did that. You did that. No one's ever going to be able to take it from you. You did that. Yeah, you might have had issues with your parents, family. Maybe you had a spouse that it didn't work out. Maybe you have a baby daddy and kids. I'm not really sure. But something to do with family, either childhood trauma or you walked away from a relationship, because that is under the Hierophant in reverse. So you could have walked away from a relationship that didn't serve you, or you just walked away from family dynamics that you were like, no, I want my spouse to appreciate me. Maybe I don't want to just act like a 50s housewife and clean your drawers when you don't even love me the way that you should love me. Like, this is like I'm stepping out of what everybody else thought was good enough, but I realize that I deserve more than the bare minimum because you knew it wouldn't make you emotionally fulfilled. There could be like mom wounds too, or again, like you might be a mom and you might have this feeling that like, I don't know if I'm a good mother. Maybe you walked away from a father, the father of the kids. That's possible too. But it's like you were emotionally depleted because whatever it was, whether that's you don't have kids and you're alone and it's childhood trauma that broke you, or if you were in a relationship and that broke you, whatever your story is, you are like, that is not going to be my future. That does not have to be my future. I decide what my reality is going to be like. I don't need to be sad anymore. I don't need to be depressed anymore. I deserve more than this. I deserve to be on my own throne. I deserve to get the things that I deserve because I feel like I deserve it. And that's the end of the discussion. You know, you really just decided to choose yourself. You didn't care what anybody else had to say. Even if it was your actual mother, because I could see that playing out too. Maybe your mom was like, that's not realistic. You're asking for too much. Maybe she felt like it was a threat because she couldn't make the choices that you could. Whatever the story is here, you decided to choose yourself when all the odds were against you. Childhood trauma, relationship trauma, kids trauma, inner child trauma. But you went in and you were like, no stone left unturned. I'm seeing someone lifting up a rug and they're like, oh, there's dirt under there too. Let's get that out. You know how like people will, I think that's a metaphor too, like throwing dirt under the rug. No, you were like, let's get rid of this shit. I am done. And so you might be feeling a little more fragile right now. You might be feeling a little more moody. I'm hearing the song, What's This Life For? So maybe you're sad right now because a lot of things have changed and upended. I'm being drawn to 10 of Cups is 10. It's endings. So, and then you get like a, what did you get for, was it a full moon? Yeah, you got a full moon. Endings again. So it's like, you might be sad because so much has changed. Yeah, because I'm hearing it's all the same, only the names have changed. So you might have let go of a lot of friendships, relationships. You might have left a spouse. You might have realized that your parents weren't healthy. You might have realized that your mother in particular wasn't healthy. Maybe she criticized your motherhood as well. Maybe you just realized that you were done with the limitations that family and friends and relationships put on you. And you were like, I choose me. And that's the end of the discussion. And because you chose that, new opportunities are going to come because you disconnected from this lack mindset, this I have to settle for less than I deserve mindset. You're going to create your abundance. You're going to choose yourself. And as you get more comfortable with that, because I do feel some imposter syndrome here because it's in the reverse. It's because of childhood wounds that are still being healed. They're still kind of, I'm seeing like little splinters. This is a theme with all the pick-a cards. So I think a lot of people are healing. But you in particular, it just feels like it's like Virgo energy. It's like, I need to heal this, and I need to heal that, and I need to heal this, and I need to work with that, and I need to get that done, and all right. Now I'm the me that I want to be. But there's a little bit of imposter syndrome here because you're not used to this new version of you yet, and it hasn't really clicked yet. And you might feel like you're directionless right now, but it's more the vibe of like, you've hopped so many timelines, you've did so many timeline shifts that like, right now, the world is like literally your oyster. It's like molding to everything it is that you said you wanted for yourself, that you said you deserve. It's now changing to match your frequency, to match what it is that you're putting out. And you're putting out, you know what, I deserve more than I've been asking for, and I don't care what other people say. I'm going to get my rewards. So, and that could be career too, because it is Ace of Pentacles here. So if there was a poverty mindset, like you have to have a normal person 9 to 5 job, and maybe you wanted to be an entrepreneur, and everybody was like, no, that's never going to happen for you. You can never make that a reality. That's a pipe dream, yada, yada, yada. But you were like, screw that. I don't care if my family came from the bread business and everybody in my town has normal 9 to 5 jobs. I want to start something of my own. But you still have a little bit of imposter syndrome, but you are going to create your abundance. Whatever abundance is for you, whether it's a happy love, whether it's living who it is that you truly want to be, not identify. Yeah, because I'm hearing your scars to your beautiful. So it's like turning lemonade out of lemons. It's like instead of making, yeah, because I'm being drawn to the, and I've mentioned this in other mental health videos and readings actually. If you ask 2 brothers, one's an alcoholic, one's a non-alcoholic. Their father's an alcoholic. You ask 2 brothers why they are the way they are, they'll both say their father. You're the one that got sober. You're the one that was like, I'm not repeating this pattern. I'm not going to use this as a blame so that I repeat the pattern so I become exactly what it is that I hate. I'm going to become somebody that I love. I'm going to become exactly who it is that I needed but never had. You are becoming a generational trauma breaker. You're becoming like a societal breaker. You're not following what everybody else deems as appropriate and how you should be. You're becoming who it is you want to be. And I love that for you because it's working. So you might still be feeling some little splinters and wounds. Things might pop up every once in a while because I see you having a good couple of days. And then one day you wake up and you're like, I feel really sad and low energy and I don't know why. What's going on with me? That's happening because there's just still some old stuff that needs to come up, because I'm seeing like a staircase that's spiral that's going up. Healing's not linear. So say you've healed the mom wound, right? And then you wake up one day out of nowhere and you're like, why am I so angry about my mom? I have no idea what the hell's going on. I thought I was over this. It's a splinter. It's coming up. Put on the movie Matilda or something else like that that'll help you get a good cry in, whatever it is that you feel that you need in that moment. But don't bully yourself because you feel like you should be over it. We just heal from higher and higher perspectives. You've already done so much of the work, because I'm seeing like clear waters, which again, clear quartz makes sense. I'm seeing clear waters, but there could be like a piece or two of things that are still left. So don't beat yourself down for what it is that you still got left to go, because you've done like 90% of the work. It feels kind of like you're like pile 2 towards the end. So maybe if you see this once and you're in pile 2, you might shift to pile 3, or I could be getting the numbers wrong actually. It's one or the other. I don't remember. Well, obviously. Oh my God. Anyway, let's see what the back deck energy is. Queen of Wands, baby. Beyonce energy. You stop settling for scraps, baby. So I'm actually hearing the song No More, Baby, I'm a Do-Right. So I feel like maybe you were used to taking like scraps. And maybe you had spouses that like could sell you a fantasy, but they never backed it up with their words. And they were probably more childish. And I almost hear someone going like, I feel like I'm raising a child. It's not even like my spouse. It's like I'm raising a fucking kid. Like that's kind of the vibe. So I feel like you attracted a lot of people that took advantage of you because they couldn't reach your light. So maybe they tried to keep you in a box. Maybe they tried to make you feel like stay in your lane, feel like you're smaller, you're less than. But it was because, look at this. This is a queen dealing with a knight. And what does he have to offer? Page of Cups. Nothing. It's probably just words. Like, you were probably sold promises, like dreams, but it was never backed up with anything. So if this is relationship based, then you said no and you chose yourself, and you have changed so much. Like, I can't even pin down what it is you would be manifesting, because it seems like, again, I just see like, I almost see like a train, but it's like the ways you could taper off, they keep changing. So it's like, I don't know what direction you're going in yet. I think it has to do with you completing this cycle of like healing from childhood and certain wounds, just little splinters that are left over. You've done most of the work, but it's just like, maybe your parents made you, like even as a, yeah, because I could see that too. So maybe as a young kid, it was like, nope, can't have your feelings, can't speak your feelings, can't speak your needs. So you learned how to be quiet fast. You retreated within. You didn't share your emotions with anybody else. And so then maybe like you became more moody as a teenager or young adult, but it's like you dealt with the roots of the problem. I'm seeing like the roots of I don't know, what is it? Where did it come from, Spirit? It's from Harry Potter, where it's like a plant and they rip it out. I was very sensitive when I first saw this, so I cried a little bit. But the roots were like screaming, but they had a face. Like, that's what I was seeing. It's like you've gotten down to the roots and you dealt with all of like the anger and the sadness and the feeling like you're less than and feeling like a victim, and you've dealt with all of it. It's like the water is not muddy anymore, and you've swam up and you're like, I'm not stuck anymore, I'm free. And because you've changed that, the world around you is changing to match that, because you're just like, I'm not tolerating this. I don't care if as a kid I was told to shut up and that I didn't matter and I can't speak my needs out, and I don't care that maybe as a teenager I was moody and I got a little more aggressive and I pulled within. I retreated my energy. I didn't want to feel anything because I was hurting. And then when I dated, I attracted people that didn't love me but sold me a fallacy that they could love me, but then they treated me like crap. It's like you saw all of the things. You were like, I'm not lying to myself anymore. I want better for myself. And so that's exactly what you did. So you kick ass, and I am so damn proud of you because holy shit, you did the work. That was all you. No one can ever take that from you. And now I'm hearing nothing can stop me. I'm on my way up. You did the work. So have some fun, relax, get into your yin energy, I'm hearing, like your receiving energy, and just let life take you where it wants to take you next, because I'm hearing the world is your oyster. So if you enjoyed these, please leave it a like. It lets me know that you guys enjoy these. Let me know down in the comments below if that fit. Subscribe if you enjoy my channel. Hit that notification bell to receive notifications for future videos. If you want to book a personal reading, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, follow me on all those. Links are down below. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Be so proud of yourselves, guys. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next.
The Comic, the